Okay, been a while since I've cooked, so just haven't felt like it. But today we do pulled chicken, kind of a twist on pulled pork for those of you that don't do swine, whole cloven hoof thing. These are all the ingredients you're going to need. Besides the coffee, but I set a cup aside from breakfast this morning. And then you're going to need 2 3.5 pound whole chickens. But have the butcher hack them in half. Fuck cutting them things in half and shit. Even if you know how to do it, butcher does it, makes it easier. It's one less thing you got to worry about. Alright, let's get going. We're going to get started with the dry rub. We're going to make enough so we can both rub the chicken as well as half of it's going to go into our sauce for seasoning. Now I've already put it together in here. And what goes in here is 2 tablespoons of paprika. Then you put a teaspoon of celery salt, teaspoon of sugar, teaspoon of sage, teaspoon of dried mustard, and then you can either use chipotle powder or pepper. I like using pepper because it gives it more of a zip. 1 teaspoon of that. You put it all together, mix it how you want it. This is easy, okay? Just give it a little shake, boom, you're done. Let's go to the sauce. Alright, on to the sauce. It's pretty simple, you know, basic. Most of your barbecue sauce you make, people use a ketchup base, whatnot, whatever. So we're going to start out with a tablespoon of peanut oil. You can use vegetable oil if you want. Not so much olive oil because you got a flavor that comes off that. But peanut oil is really good because you can get it really fucking high and shit don't burn. So, 2 minced cloves of garlic, and you can do it in a microplaner if you want. You know, it's easier than chopping it. 2 tablespoons of minced onion, throw that in there. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to saute this so it gets somewhat soft. It really don't take too long. And then we'll throw the rest of the ingredients in there. Alright, our onions and garlic are soft, so now we're going to add the rest of the ingredients to this. Turn it down a little bit because when you pour vinegar into a hot pot, fuck, it'll blind you. 1.5 cups of cider vinegar, that goes in. 1 cup of ketchup. That goes in. 1 cup of coffee, believe it or not. You know, just went in the morning, make an extra fucking cup if you know you're going to make this. 1 cup of coffee goes in there. Tablespoon of dry mustard goes in there. 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, light brown sugar. And those 3 tablespoons of the dry rub, that goes in there. And stand back because I'm telling you, hot vinegar, man, it'll knock you right the hell out. And then just kick it up. We want to bring it to a boil, and then we're going to let it simmer. And believe it or not, this shit will thicken up a little bit. Just enough for like the pulled pork consistency. Alright, let's rub them chickens. Alright, and any dry rub. If you've ever done it before, now it's pretty simple. You just take your rub, and we want to like rub it into the chicken. Okay? Rub that shit in there. You want to hit each one. Just make sure it gets in there. Massage it. Whatever. But we just want to make sure we get a good rub on. And make sure your chicken isn't ice cold. Let it sit out a little bit. You want it to come up to temperature so it's not ice cold. You'll find that if you do that when you cook any kind of meat, it won't be as tough. It really does make a difference. So, anyway, I rub this in real good, baby. Real good. It's messy, but what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be so good when it's done. Alright. Let's go into the barbecue. Don't let this shit intimidate you. So anyway, we're going to put it on the barbecue. I always start on this side first. It's just a preference. You can start with the skin side down. It's totally up to you. Get them all on there. And now it's pretty much the weight game, you know. You're going to have to do the queuing where you're turning or whatnot. Make sure your chicken's well done. Once that is, we'll put it all together and we'll be scarfing. Alright, took the chicken off the grill. Cooked it, I can't really give you a time because each grill is different. Cook it till it's fucking done. Then what you're going to do is, I know people like the skin, excuse me, but you're going to pull the skin off this. I mean, there's no reason to, well, that's my fork. There's no reason to fret about it, you skin lovers, because you can always put it back in later. But anyway, you pull the skin off it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to shred it. Now you can do it with your hands, you can do it with your fork, but we're going to shred it off each chicken, throw it in this bowl, and then we'll be back, sauce it up, put it together, and we're scarfing. Putting together time. Shredded all that chicken. Look at that big ass bowl of chicken. Okay, well, you don't want to mix all the sauce together. You can, but I wouldn't suggest it. So you do whatever the hell you want. I put enough in a bowl for about a sandwich. I take a little of the sauce. Remember I told you that shit was thickening up? Look at that. Okay. Yeah, however saucy you like it. I like mine, say, somewhat saucy. And then just toss it up in there. Okay, get you a nice bun. Whatever kind of bun you like. I like these. They bake them at my local grocery store. They're badass. Then you put your little chicken on there. I almost said pulled pork because that's what I'm wishing this was. I do like swine, but this is for the unswine, fine wine, whatever. Put that on there. And then I like coleslaw. A lot of people will dig it. You know, they kind of freak out, but it really adds to this sandwich. And you can either make it yourself. I didn't. Or get it at your local grocery store. Let them go through the trouble of making stuff. Then you can just use it. Put that on there. And there you have it. Pulled chicken, baby. See you next time.